checking the sound. What is going on? Shout out to all the people who are here already, coming into the live stream. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. Now, sorry I am late, guys. I'm about 30 minutes late. I'm so sorry. Normally we stream at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, but today we had a school orientation for my sweet daughter, and we wanted to make sure everything was all good. She's starting school next week, and great school, great foundation, and I feel good about it. So that was what I was doing, guys. I was on daddy duty, doing all the things to make sure my daughter is is set. So I hope you guys are doing well yourselves, and you are, if you have kids, you know, you got them all ready for school. You guys are probably already in school, and you're feeling good, you're feeling charged up, you're having a little bit more free time to be able to start to grind on your crypto portfolio. And so I hope you guys are feeling well. Welcome to the channel. So you read the title, just got that notification that the Nasdaq is to possibly offer Bitcoin options for trading. Now, this has not been approved by the SEC, but it is something that the SEC has to approve. And so we'll see what happens with that. That is ultimately just another bullish catalyst for going into this peak of the bull run. And let me know if you guys agree that there's just like too many catalysts to count at this point. Put a 1 in the chat. Put your Pepes in the chat if you feel like there is just too much bullishness right now. And let me know if this bullishness itself is making you feel a little a little worried that if you start feeling a little too bullish and you're feeling like, oh, the market's going to pump, we got all these catalysts, blah, 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 that we could indeed see another shakeout to the downside before we get that major pump to the upside. Sometimes, just sometimes, the market likes to completely fake you out when you're feeling like it's going to go a particular direction, and especially if everyone is saying the same thing, saying it's going to go into a certain direction, and then it ends up going the opposite. So, welcome. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into the charts. We're going to look at the Bitcoin price, and make sure you guys are doing all the things that are necessary to get this channel growing and keep the live stream going. And we will always be making videos, but what also helps is that you guys are supporting the channel by using the links in the descriptions and supporting all of the partners of the channel. That includes BITFLEX, BYBIT, OURBIT, and NordVPN. And all of the links that are in the description of the channel are things that I like to use personally. And why not use my links to sign up for these things if you are not using them already? Which I'm sure you guys are experts, so I know you're using them. But just in case there's some new people that are tuning into this channel and watching this channel right now, you go through my links. It's kind of like a crypto starter pack. You get your NordVPN. You download a crypto wallet like MetaMask or Phantom or whatever you like to use, Coinbase wallet, Trust wallet, all kinds of wallets out there. And then you start to experiment getting into these exchanges, and then you're going to send transactions back and forth between these exchanges, your wallets, so you can learn these networks, you can learn crypto, and you can start on your path today just learning how to do it, because that's the first step. You know, I had this conversation with my friend this weekend, and he was trying to explain to him that it's not, I had the perfect analogy. The analogy is that you don't need to know how a car works in essence of like how every single mechanism of the car is put together and all that to turn it on and use it. And I think what people do is they make it too complicated if they think they need to know everything about crypto to start and like know about like the tech, and like it's like you don't really need to know everything about crypto to just test drive it and give it a test drive. And so I thought that analogy worked really perfectly. At first, they were like, "That's a dumb analogy," and I'm like, "No, it's just you'll understand. You'll understand. It's what I've been doing for the past, 3 years, 3 to almost 4 years of just like getting my feet wet, kind of testing in, like maybe sending transactions, staking something, having a staking contract open, testing out leverage, DeFi, just all that stuff, buying an NFT, seeing a project pump, seeing a project dump, all this stuff. You have to test the markets. You have to test them. It's the whole point, guys. All right, so let's get into why you don't want to get rugged. This always sucks. It's always never fun to get rugged. We actually did buy something about 2 months ago. I think it was about 2 months ago. Let's say weeks ago, that we were thinking was going to be we knew it was a gamble play. It was another Matt Fuhrer token going off a narrative of the Matt Fuhrer tokens and characters of the Boys Club, and it was Dougal. And this is on Solana, and I'll show you. The chart basically looks like this, where it's just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. So we'll show you right now. It basically went to absolute zero. Yeah. Not good. I put a big frowny there. I put a big frown there. I thought to myself, man, that sucks. Because we put in like a half a soul, 1 soul, and we had an opportunity to take profits up here, but we were trying to do that hodl mentality of kind of trading off the narrative. Oh, okay, this thing will survive. And we broke a rule. We broke a rule. I'll tell you what the rule is, guys. And you might tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat. When you're doubled up or tripled up, you take your initial investment out and at least a little bit more. Especially if you're like, 3 to 4x off of initial buy, you can protect yourself from this going to zero. So it's just one of those things. You're going to end up doing it. And then once you do it, you'll go, okay. It's just a check mark that you have to put on your crypto journey of basically getting rugged. It's just what happens. Welcome, guys. Shout out to XN. Shazzy says, when is altcoin season? Dang it. All right, well, we're coming to the end of the summer. All the altcoins right now are sitting at accumulation ranges, like, for instance, like Cardano, AVAX. AVAX is sitting at that accumulation zone. What else is sitting in that accumulation zone? ETH. ETH is back under that, right on that accumulation zone. It's just crazy. Look at Floki. Floki even. Floki looks awesome. Phantom, Chainlink, everything is in still accumulation mode. And so when we start getting to this true altcoin season, I think it's going to be coming for real, like another tester, like we had in January and March. January, February, March of this year, we had this pump. We had this little test. You could see it. It's right here. It's right when we came out of this bottom range and got into the second range here. And so that showed us like, okay, the strength of the altcoins is coming back. It's a little bit choppy, then start trading sideways. And so what is going to actually really carry, truly what is going to carry the altcoin market is when Ethereum starts to break into these second ranges again, all-time highs, getting close to all-time highs, or at least getting back into the 4,000s. We will start to see the market run up again, because this, if you look May, March, this is what carried all of the altcoins up into an altcoin season. Bitcoin dominance was at 52% or 53%. And so if you correlate that with these moves, man, we're in for some interesting times coming up, but they're volatile times, as you can see, because Bitcoin took a dump, took a bit of a retracement, because we got up as high as 65,000 to hit past that 786 Fibonacci. We got past the 6-1 ETA, which was this $64,000 level, and now what happened was we had the 20 SMA cross the 200-day moving average right here. And when that crossed, we got this move to the downside. If you look on the 4-hour and right on this cross where we had the 20 SMA go over the 200-day moving average, we had a slump on Bitcoin. But what's great is that it looks like it's bouncing and recovering right off this trend line that has been drawn from this recent bottom. And if you look from here, we've established now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like basically 5 higher lows, 5 higher low points from the bottom to bounce off this level. So I'm pretty confident that every time we keep doing this, it's just nice oscillating waves. We got this one. We had, if you see here, if you look at the chart, I mean, you can see here, nice oscillating waves, sideways, and then we could just test right up into that level and do the same thing, and then we just kind of start consolidating, going up. We get another pump. We get flags. Could be doing this. We'll have to see. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. I'm curious what the community thinks right now. We're basically an echo chamber right now. We're talking to ourselves. The retail's not here. I realize this, and I know this. The YouTube numbers are down across all platforms. Everything's down. If people have super, super high numbers, guess what? They're probably paying for them. And so, the retail is not here. And so, I understand this. The metrics are super low right now. YouTube's even banning crypto channels now. Again, they already banned my channel last year, and I had to fight a little bit to get it back. And they never gave me a reason why they banned it. They never gave me an actual reason. It's just I don't know. I feel like it's a target, like an effort, a target, and a coordinated effort, because now multiple crypto channels are starting to get banned. It's just taken off by breaking community guidelines, and it's just like, what? It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. But let's see here. Let's go through and see what is trending right now. See, 47 minutes ago, former President Donald Trump is out with another collection of his digital trading cards, NFTs. He's the only first president ever to launch a NFT project, which I think is so boss. And so just ahead of the game in terms of what these other politicians are doing. They're just not thinking, in this cabinet is they're thinking in terms of the next 10 years. That's why these key people are talking about cryptocurrency, and they have a more optimistic approach and a not such a stronghold choke point type initiation on crypto, like certain politicians have. You have to be a little weary of certain politicians if they're like really against crypto, because there is no point to have. You should either be neutral or be super for it. There makes no sense to be like aggressively against crypto and pushing innovation and business and money like literally out of the country for other countries to to exceed and surpass us in so many different ways, which they already are. They already are. But yeah, I digress. Guys, get in the Discord. Make sure you're in the Discord. You can post your trade setups in here. It's kind of just like a grassroots building Discord that we're trying to update together. If you guys have your suggestions and anything that you think I should add in the Discord, or anything that you think that, or if you want to help in the Discord and you want to be a moderator and you're like a Discord wizard, contact me and we can talk. You can get the YouTube updates here. I want to see your best trade screenshots. Oh, and your losses. Oh, finally. We've got some losses. Sometimes the trades don't work out, but you live to trade another day. Scared money doesn't make no money. Like Ponky said, the signs were always there. It'll be so obvious in hindsight. It'll be so obvious in hindsight. What do you guys think about that? A lot of the times, if you have a clear mind and you're not so distracted by things, and you have a moment to think and analyze what has been happening, then the signs are everywhere for you to be thinking about your sovereignty of wealth and assets and what you are going to put your time and energy into, what you're going to invest into. Basically, actually just having a plan. Just having a plan, just something. You have to have an active plan going into anything that you're doing in life, and test your strategy, test your ability to maneuver through all of what is happening around you with your plan. And I think crypto is a great way to have a focus point and a goal, to then also translate that into how you are planning your entire life. So this is what I think crypto has done for me. I'm curious if it's done that same thing for you, where crypto essentially lit the fire under my butt to start really taking money seriously and start thinking about money differently, and really start to break myself out of the matrix that I was already very motivated to learn about, and how to achieve said goal of truly breaking out of the matrix, because it takes a lot of layer cracking of programming that you are subjected to. And so it takes years of understanding, and it takes experience, life experience, and your ability to have an open mind to perceive the world through a unveiled vision. And then you start to discover things like crypto and Bitcoin. You start to discover that this is the gateway through your eyes to start thinking about money in a different way, to start analyzing that this might be the only way that we can protect ourselves against the inevitable collapse of the dollar and the control mechanisms that are trying to subvertly psyop you into accepting their plan that we didn't vote for, because it's a democracy. We're supposed to be able to vote for the things that we want to happen in this country. And also, if you live in another democratic kind of type system where you're able to vote and you're not being subjugated to what the king says. You can own your own land. You can grow your own food. I don't know. You can crack a joke on social media and not feel like you're going to have a police officer knock on your door and be like, well, you posted this quote on a meme and you're going to get 20 to life. It's like, woo. So it might be the only way, guys. All right, so someone said, Shazzy, Gala target this cycle. We haven't looked at Gala in a long time. Maybe we should check it out. We keep the list simple. We try not to spread out the crypto gaming studios and things too much. Like we like Vulcan Forged. We like Nakamoto Games. We like Medieval Empires. We have experimented and invested in the Atlas token, Star Atlas, with the Solana game. Not a lot, just enough to kind of like dabble and kind of learn the ecosystem and the NFTs and man, what else? What else were we keeping on on our radar? We just didn't want to get like too spread out because I know there's so much, but we really kind of want to dial it in and keep it fairly simple. But we'll look at Gala. And we've always considered Gala as a potential hold, but there was always so much drama between the two creators, money issues and things, and then I just don't know, don't know. But I think it's like when you invest in something like Gala, you're investing in. You're investing in a company. I mean, you're investing in a company that's a game studio, type token. And so you're subject to if they're going to, just like a company would release a product, is it going to be successful? Or are people going to be using them, and are they going to have, bullish momentum on that? I mean, it seemed like it in the last cycle. I mean, it got up to 70 cents, almost almost close to $1, very close, and that was like the peak altcoin season, November 21. And so here you can see on the weekly, it's tried to test up to kind of get, because this is two major candles. I mean, look at this candle, two giant candles. If you go to the daily. It's probably like just insane. Like, look at that. This was that point of the market where in November it was just like literally every week, like things were just like going up like 50%, 30%, 50%. You were just like, whoa. You're like, slow down. I mean, people were just making insane money if you were investing in some of these premier tokens that were kind of giving you that test narrative of what was going to be, what people are going to actually then invest in the next cycle, which is interesting. So I think we'll just have to see. Like, I think once crypto gaming really goes mainstream and people understand this, I think, yes, tokens like Gala will do well. But then I also think that because of the lower market cap, and I think what Nakamoto Games is doing, I think this is a better buy than Gala, in my opinion. In terms of your potential returns, and this is different than Gala because this is like a actual ecosystem where it has you use the NAKA token for a lot of different things to access the platform like an arcade. So that's how that works. And we've tested it out on this channel. And if you've been watching this channel for months, then at some point you've came in and we've tested out Nakamoto Games live, and it's really cool. And I think you can do it right you can do it on your phone. It's very easy to use, and it uses the Polygon blockchain. They also help release AAA games through other studios, so there's a lot of like interoperability fusion happening with the NAKA token, and games like Outlanders, like I've mentioned Outlanders, it's a new MMO that has been just doing their beta testing, and it's been going really well, and that is something that's inside the NAKA ecosystem. And so this thing was doing really well when everyone was talking about crypto gaming last year at the beginning tail end of the year, and then going into March with that altcoin season. And so we're actually sitting at a nice little wedge here forming on NAKA. NAKA, I think, can easily get back up into that $3 range, which from here is a pretty decent buy, because I mean that's like a nice 3x from here. And I think NAKA could be, you know, a $5 to $10 price point with a way higher market cap, because I think the market cap on NAKA, if we're looking, it's yeah, it's $91 million. Let me see, fully diluted market cap 181 mil. And so with the supply, circulating supply, let's see, 180 million NAKA, circulating supply 90. It's going to see the decentralized volume. But yeah, the market cap's super low for this. I mean, I think this is a really nice buy if you're like wanting it to be a little bit more risky, and have a higher return for something that is kind of widely spread, and they've actually been doing pretty well. So just maybe for your like lower cap, anything under like the 300, under 300 rank. This is ranked 365, so. Yeah, let's go to the tags. Let's go to gaming. I want to see what has the best trading volume right now in terms of a gaming token. Okay, so Gala's in there. We have Floki. That's so funny that Floki, you know, it comes out as a meme coin, just straight meme, but then now they actually have a video game. They have like a lot going on. So I should just make a video on Floki. We should do a little bit more research, and it's always been that token that we thought we should have just been buying it this whole time. Because there was all these SHIB tokens that were coming out as copies, and then a lot of them fell to the wayside, and some of them actually survived. And then you think, okay, if it survived, they must be doing something right. They must be doing something. Yeah, Gala, let's see, buy swap. And then look, check this out. Nakamoto Games in that list of one of the 5 top traded tokens by volume. And it's always been on the Morales Money metric, where you look at on-chain buyers and buy pressure, experienced buyers, people who are just like really smart in the market. They've been buying Nakamoto Games like crazy. And YGG too, Yield Guild Games, Immutable is doing great with their integration of their wallet and their user, their naming sign in. So whenever you play a game that has anything to do with Immutable, you have like your dedicated Immutable sign in that is uniquely you. Don't have to do any like keys for it or anything, but there's a way that it does it, and it just makes it easy for people who want to get into crypto gaming to not like have to do a lot of back end crypto work. And then you got the Ape coin. And there's always like the controversy over the Ape token, if it's going to do anything again. You know, it went up all the way to $7, and then it just like went kaput and hadn't gained any momentum since. And so that's kind of like a controversial one. And then Axie Infinity was the most popular gaming token in the last cycle. in the last cycle, this one had the most players, had over 1 million players worldwide. But then there were some controversy about how the implementation of the Smooth Love Potion, and how the Smooth Love Potion, and there was like this, there was just like a lot of scheming, weird stuff going on with the ecosystem, and also with people farming players to basically, they were paying players and farming people to farm their Axies, the NFTs, and we're paying them just like garbage rates. There was all this kind of manipulation that was happening. So, but this is the thing. When your game gets that big and there's money to be made, there's always going to be people that are going to go in and be like, they're not going to be like good karma players. They're going to be the ones that are just like, they'll take any advantage to manipulate the system and siphon money out of it. It's just going to happen. It's just like, it is a known fact that anywhere you have that, and where there's competition and there's like a way to be able to like do that, there is going to be someone doing that. It is what it is. So you have to be along for the ride and kind of, you know, see which ecosystem is going to be maybe less manipulated in that way, and can be a little bit more of a fair playing field in a sense. And I think that's where games like Medieval Empires comes in, and we'll see if it's on this list of traded volume, because it should be at least on this first page, unless I missed it. Yeah, Medieval Empires, because that's been picking up a lot of traction. We've talked about that game for a while. So let me pull it up. It's the Me token. This thing is still such a low market cap. I'm so surprised that this thing only has a $4.2 million market cap, while literally like meme coins that are like just based off of like just garbage get to over $120 million market cap and all that stuff. So that's why I think a lot of these meme coins are just straight just trash and manipulated. And a lot of the times it's just these like wallet, like these like degen whales, I guess you would call them, that are pump dumping these tokens so fast and getting them out there super fast, and fabricating the liquidity, fabricating the holders, fabricating all this stuff. And actually Crypto Mason, bless his heart, because he came out and said, you know what, I'm tired of this market. I've been in it long enough to know that these meme coins and their followers and their market cap and their holders and their transactions all fake. It's all a scam to get you to believe that these tokens have these metrics happening organically, but no, they're just paying for it. And so that's where you also have to start to zoom out and start to really look at projects with a different pace and a different eye, especially with all of these Sun Pump. You got Pump.fund. You got all these different options. Moonshot on Dex Screener itself. You can literally create a token for less than $10 and then have just like, I mean, there's so many things. There's so many things that you have to watch out for and that you have to keep in mind. But it's the game. It's the game that you play in crypto. Jan Peel said, no one here? WTF, I know. I think there's some people here. Like I said, YouTube is not pushing crypto content as much as they should. They could push this stream out into the algorithm to get to like, so where then they see that my stream is live, and then people kind of just start popping in, and they can see if they like it or not, and they can come in and out. Like literally, they don't even do that sometimes. And it's wild, because there's really not that many people streaming right now in terms of crypto live streams. So in terms of metrics of people live streaming, they could probably push it a little bit more. I've been actually very vocal about how YouTube has been treating crypto content creators, because we spend a lot of time on here, and we probably put in a lot more actual daily content than a lot of other channels that YouTube supports. And so this is like a network. We are building our own like custom grassroots networks of communities of people that are watching this like as if they were watching the news on TV. And so we should be respected for bringing content whether it's crypto content or whether it's like a cooking show, whatever it is. It's like it doesn't matter. Like, the creators that are on this platform on YouTube should be supported more, and there shouldn't be this like BS hierarchy of like who you're gonna push per like who's giving you the most money. It's crazy. It's unacceptable, and it's going to make people leave YouTube. And I'm actually going to probably start this movement. It's going to be called Make YouTube Great Again. And it's going to be a movement where we go back to the old days, you know, before banning all the videos, before banning everything, before censoring everything, before getting flagged for every time you use someone's song, you have to take it down, or you got to analyze it and all this stuff. It's just like all these ways that it's just a way to control every single aspect of your creative juice in your veins until you run dry. But YouTube is funny. YouTube is just like that. YouTube is a double-edged sword that we all indeed use and might die on, because it is a double-edged sword. But yeah, the Me token I think is a great token in terms of gaming an ecosystem and a cool playing field. I think the only unfair advantage is that the people that were able to be early enough to get into this game are now like going to be rich in the game and in real life. And then the people that are coming into the game are going to have to obviously like deal with the fact that there's these rich players that have this huge, dominating ecosystem. And so there is that factor. I understand that. So when it comes to like, say, an even playing field, that's not very even, because then there's people that are early and they bought the land early, and now the land, whenever the game pumps, the land's like, thousands of dollars. And it already kind of is like that. Like, I could have bought a chunk of land for $300-$400, and now they're going for a clean, like the minimum is $2K now to own land in medieval empires. So now then that means you have to play on someone else's land, and then if they're nice enough, they won't tax you. Then you get but then you get taxed on your resources and all that stuff. But the benefit of the token itself, though, it's basically like a governing DAO token. You can stake this token, and you also can do lots of other things if you actually have the token. But one of the main things is you can stake the token to get VIP status inside the game. So when you do that, that gives you all these different bonuses, and then also I think it could be acquiring staking rewards as well in a percentage. Or they might have already implemented that, but that if they haven't, they need to do that, because if you're staking it, then you should be getting paid out some type of yield also for staking the token. But yeah, if you guys haven't checked out Medieval Empires, I would still keep this on your radar, because it's like criminal, like what the market cap is and what the price is, and what the potential of this game, where it can go when people start to like really, play crypto gaming. The mainstream gets into crypto gaming. All the people playing Roblox and Minecraft and like all those games, like for hours and hours and hours, all you got to do is just like turn their ADHD focus over to this, and then it's game over. It's going to be like, or I should say it's game on. But all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you coming in, listen to me blab about crypto gaming. Once I start talking about gaming and crypto gaming, I can just start going. So like, we should just do dedicated crypto gaming live streams where we just like dive into the crypto gaming ecosystem. We go in and test stuff. We tell you which ones we think are, like the strongest ones, because I mean, we've played video games our whole entire life. Like, we've been on all the narratives. We've played MMORPGs. We've played racing games. We've played strategy games. We've played old PC games. All the systems, we've played them. We know what's popular. We know it works. We know how those online communities are. and what is going to be the most successful. And I guarantee you, like Xbox and Sony, I mean, Sony just released its own layer 2 blockchain called Sonio or Sonia or something like that. I have to go back and look at the name, but I can't tell you how bullish that is. When Sony starts to get into something, they've always been the forefront of technology when it comes to like digital media and just like anything in terms of those types of applications and technology. You have to understand like how bullish that is. And once Sony starts to get in, Sony, gotta remember, like Sony dominated with the PlayStation. And so and watch what and when Xbox came in with Microsoft, just you got to think. Just wait, guys. Just wait. Once it's like seamless integration of blockchain when you go onto your Xbox or your PlayStation, and it's just like everything you do is all back-ended on the blockchain, and you're just getting NFTs. Like you don't have to do like it just does everything for you. That's what's going to happen. And so us being the front runners of those said ecosystems and companies that are already making the deals with these companies, you buy AVAX, you buy Gala, you buy Nakamoto Games, you buy this stuff early, and then you will probably outperform everything else in the market and the narrative because it's going to absolutely explode. And I'm not the only one that says this and goes off this thesis. Elio Trades and Alex Becker are the two biggest bullhorns for this, and they've been telling us, this whole time. But they don't have to tell me. They don't have to convince me. I already know this. So, but what you have to do is actually implement the plan and the strategy and pick these and put a couple of these coins in your bag and have them as a speculative bet going into this run, because it probably would be the one that'll surprise you the most is these crypto tokens, crypto gaming tokens and ecosystems. And it's just going to get crazy, guys. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. And do me a favor, make sure you guys are test these QR codes on the screen. Let me know if they work. And then if they do work, test them out. And then you can let me know your experience with all of these platforms that I'm promoting. I need the feedback. I need the metrics. I need the data, guys. So if you can give me the data on if you like these things that I am promoting, because the things that I promote, I like to use. And so I don't want to be biased and be like, oh, this is the best thing ever. No, like tell me, like say, hey, I don't really like this. Oh, but I love this. This is great, because then I can kind of like gather data from like what everyone is liking about these certain platforms. And then it helps me better represent them. So do me a favor. Let me know how you like the stuff and test them out. And yeah. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. I'll see you later on the second live stream of the day. Remember, we stream Monday through Friday, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's a chance for you guys to come in and get the latest crypto news. We talk about every single narrative and ecosystem. We don't leave anything out. We even talk about Pulse Chain. It's just been a little bit, but we're going to get back into it. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.